Commander, Season 16 of Cosmic Crucible starts tomorrow, and for me, it marks the beginning of the climb to Diamond 3. After a rough Ultimate 32, where I went 1 and 4, I tumbled down into Diamond 2, and honestly, it has stung. But setbacks are a part of the climb, and today I'm going to walk you through my Season 16 defense setup, what's changed, what I've learned, and how I plan to claw my way back up the ladder. So without further ado, let's get into this, shall we? Alright, so we have a Cosmic Crucible season where theory crafting is pretty high. Some of these rooms we saw in the Ultimate 32, which is really cool, and there are some really awesome rooms, so let's get into them. Room 1 is teamwork, and we have the Curse of the Accursed as the overall global rule. In room 1, you're going to be on offense and defense. Skirmisher characters on ally turn are going to gain assist now. And the Curse of the Accursed, which is the global rule, on offense and defense, accursed characters on successful hit apply trauma to the target. And then we've got the general rules, which is on defense, all characters gain 20% max health and 10% damage. And after each completed attempt, gain +1 exhausted. Cancelled combats do not gain +1 exhausted. So here we're looking at this skirmisher adding assist now. So in this room, we are going for Night Stalkers with Scientist Supreme. The only change I've made, I have changed my Agatha over to a skirmisher, because when she does that, she's going to assist, as is my Scientist Supreme here, who's also a skirmisher, but that's how she's been for a long time for me. Agatha's going to assist. She's going to put the deflex out on everyone. The Scientist Supreme is going to assist, and that is also going to put some negative effects out. Offense down, defense down, or slow. 2 of those effects will go out with how I've got it set up. If you've got the basic T4, then you will get all 3 of those negative effects go out, which is quite nice. Obviously, the usual Scientist Supreme is going to use her turn 1 ultimate. That's going to put slow on everyone. Blade's going to flip it, and then they're going to go to town. So quite simple. I've gone very offensive heavy for this. You could run a very defensive heavy strategy to start off with here, but I think for week 1, I want to run something a little bit more offensive, and then we'll see where the land lies. Room 2 was one we saw in the Ultimate 32, which was Sinister's Gambit. And one thing I learned from the Ultimate 32 is that the team that I have put in there now is better than what I was running. So on offense and defense, on spawn, your character with the highest health clones the enemy character with the highest attack. You've then got the Curse of the Accursed malarkey there. And what we are going to run in here is the Phoenix Force, Thanos Endgame, Super Scroll, and Hercules. So Hercules, Omega Red Phoenix Force will give Hercules Taunt. Hercules and Phoenix are both heroes. Thanos and Omega Red Phoenix Force are both villains, so that is going to make Super Scroll super, and it's just a generally good room. And now with him at 6 yellow, 6 red, and gear tier 20, he will probably hit like an absolute truck. Room 3, we have Spiritual Energy. This one again was in the Ultimate 32 tournament. On offense and defense, all characters, anytime a character gains energy from an active ability, they gain +1 extra energy. When an enemy character dies, allied characters gain +1 ability energy, and ultimate abilities cost 3 more. And what I've put in here is Liberty. It's nothing fancy. It's not meant to be fancy. The good thing about Spiritual Energy and Liberty is that Patriot is fine opening with his special, Peggy is fine opening with her special. Captain Sam can open with his special, and he will give out additional energy. Patriot is the only one that would really like his ultimate on turn 1. But the rest of them can all quite happily open with their specials. So that is what we have gone for here on this one. Solar Annihilation. Now, I personally think this is a huge trap room, and I'm actually counting on my opponents to put their Starjammers on defense, and maybe change one character out and put like Thanos Endgame in or something similar. But on offense and defense, Annihilator characters count as Starjammers. What I have gone and put in here is Wanda's Revenge, but what I've changed around here, and Human Torch will be up a little bit higher later on tonight. What I've actually changed around here is that instead of using the Ancient One and the Black Knight, which I've been using before, or the Apocalypse, I've actually just gone and plugged in the 2 reworked Fantastic Four MCU characters, because they're gonna synergize with Invisible Woman. So whenever Invisible Woman gets attacked, Thing's gonna do a counter, or whenever Johnny gets attacked, he's gonna do a counter. Whenever any of these 3 make an attack, Johnny's going to assist. We've got the assists coming from Vision on Wanda's attacks. Wanda will do all the extra bits. So I just think this is quite a cheap but solid defense. And especially with these 2, that it's just easy to use them. While they're down on offense and defense, all characters on successful hit, if the primary target has trauma, performs an ISO attack against that target. We literally went into this with something that's done awesome for us in the past, and that is the Kahori Miss Marvel Classic Omega Sentinel. We're going with Black Knight in this one because he, on his retaliate, Kahori puts out trauma as well, and then we've got Emma in there to sort of control the speed, stop a opposing Kahori coming into us too much. The Omega Sentinel does make that RNG check for Immortal X-Men coming in and taking this out, and I think that's pretty damn good. And then we have the final room, Seer's Avengers. I really like this room, and if I had put more resources into one of the characters in here, I think, or a few more of the characters in here, I think this would be an absolutely solid room. So on offense and defense, all characters, if you have at least 1 city ally, allies' special abilities cost 2 less ability energy. Awesome. When you have at least 1 global ally, when attacked, allies fill speed bar by 5%. And if you have at least 1 cosmic ally, enemy ultimate abilities cost 2 more ability energy. And so what are we running in here? Well, here's the thing. In Ultimate 32, I put Odinati in a room and they didn't do too well. In fact, they got wiped every single time. But because I think a lot of people are going to put Starjammers on defense, and they are the natural hunters of Odinati, we're putting Odinati in Seer's Avenge, and we're adding in Kingpin. Kingpin is city. He's quite happy doing his special because he will spawn with a pre-taunt. He's quite happy with his special. So we've got the city characters, we've got global characters, we have a cosmic character in here. So we are making the most out of this room. And depending on how this does, depends on whether I decide to take my Illuminati, or certainly these 3 members of the Illuminati, up to level 105. So that is my defense. What does that leave me on offense? Okay, so that leaves me on offense. Vigilante, Starjammers, Immortal X-Men, Cabal with Kang and a plug and play. It leaves me a cursed. It also leaves me with a good amount of plug and play characters, and this can take down other rooms. And it does still leave me with things like, for example, it does still leave me with the Thunderbolts if I really, really need it. It leaves me also with the with Gore and Null and the other members of the Hive Mind if I need to use them. So there is a lot here that is still available to be used. And I'm all for this. I really do like this. So as the season kicks off, and certainly in week 1, I'm going to be watching a couple of things. What rooms of mine are consistently getting cracked open, and which ones my opponents are struggling with, and also what I struggle with and what ones I find easy to beat. I'm going to be recording and uploading all my Season 16 Cosmic Crucible rounds, so the Cosmic Crucible videos will be back as a regular thing. What are you planning to run on defense for Season 16 of Cosmic Crucible? Let me know down in the comments below. Or if you found some sort of secret sauce that you think I should try, again, let me know down below. Hopefully this season I can return back to Diamond 3. As always, you can find infographics and breakdowns over on the Jetson Squad Discord. A link is in the description down below. And until next time, everyone, stay positive and we're going to climb together.